having her change my life, it slowed me down. It made me more aware of myself and the world. And it opened my eyes to who I am and who I wanted to be for myself and for her.
Hailing from New Haven, Connecticut, STOUT's musical journey began at just 3 years old when she first picked up the drums and sang in her church choir. From there, she's toured alongside legends like Alicia Keys, Childish Gambino, Noname, Corey Henry, and the Funk Apostles, and carved out her own sound, rooted in gospel and soul with a fearless fusion of jazz, rock, hip-hop, and pop. And she's not only a performer, she's also the founder of the Vocal Elite group, where she coaches the next generation of artists to find their voice and own their power. What mindset advice would you give to a mother who wants to become a creative and create lasting impact in her work?
You can be talented, you can have all of the things necessary, but if you don't have those things that I mentioned, you're not going anywhere.
You have over 2 decades in the music industry.
Yep.
Can you share one experience that taught you an important life lesson that has stayed with you?
Wow. There's so many, but these stand out a lot.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Today on the Mindshift Mami Show, I'm joined by a true Renaissance woman, a mother, writer, dancer, and live performance powerhouse whose voice has literally traveled the world. STOUT, I am so excited to have you here on the Mindshift Mami Show to talk all things motherhood, your roots, and of course, your wonderful career.
Thank you. That was an amazing intro. Thank you so much.
That is you. You are her.
Yes.
How does it feel listening back to all the things that you've accomplished thus far in your life?
I'm honored, I try to remember to kind of hold on to things because we do tend to forget with life, and moving so fast, you tend to forget. So when I hear, the intros or my bio being read, it's just a reminder to me to keep going.
Absolutely. Yay. Okay. So we're going to start at the roots, as we said, and I want to talk a little bit about your childhood and your upbringing. So how would you describe your childhood, and in what ways are you the same, and in what ways have you changed?
My childhood was great. I grew up in the church. I'm really, really grateful for that upbringing. It really shaped who I am and who I'm still becoming. And I say it was great because I grew up in New Haven, Connecticut. And I always say it was like in the subsection of the hood, right? Okay. Because we lived in a really nice area where working class folks, a melting pot of different people and races, and we all looked out for one another. You know what I mean? And that was the thing that helped to rear me, is just like that sense of community. And then you go a little far, it's the hood. Okay, but we were, back then the hood was a different thing. If if they knew you, you were good. Let's say it like that. I'm really grateful for just my upbringing. I had a great childhood filled with family, big family. We were a family church. And we spent a lot of time between worshiping and several trips, field trips and road trips and things like that. Nice, close community.
Nice. So clearly the music aspect of it has stayed with you. How is your personality then? How would you describe yourself?
Like I am now, just very, bubbly and very ambitious. I remember being a young girl, trying to put together my little outfits and stuff. So I was always into fashion, always trying something, and whether it was creating something with my boombox in my room with music. I'm literally the same person.
Oh, I love that. So growing up, what are some values or lessons that your family instilled in you that you bring forward with you today?
Values and lessons. My faith, my faith and understanding the power of spirituality and the connectivity, being connected to spirituality. That's what they instilled in me. I am who I am, and again, still becoming because of the faith that my mom and the women that I was raised by, my grandmother and my great grandmother. I had those 3 generations raising me, and that's what they instilled in me, is to have faith, and to just really go for it. And that is with me to this day.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Was there a defining childhood moment that helped shape how you see the world and inspired you to become who you are today?
Wow, defining childhood moment. It again in the church. That was my life. I was raised by my mom.
Okay.
My mom, so my great grandma was our pastor.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yes. So, and like my great grandfather, he was the deacon of the church. And my uncle played the bass.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You're like, yeah, they were very involved.
Yes, the whole family, you know. And then when I was young, I started to play the drums. So being in that environment, a pivotal moment was honestly seeing my grandmother lead.
Yeah, I would imagine. Was that rare for her time?
Back then, yes.
Yes.
Not, I shouldn't say unheard of.
No, but it was,
yeah.
Just in general, as I know the church history, at least in, recent years, I think 70s or so, that women just were being allowed to become priest in some denominations.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can even apply that to, across the board when it comes to religious practices.
Right.
It's usually, very much patriarchal.
Exactly. So for your grandmother, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think, that moment of just like seeing her resilience and her commitment to her role, not just as a pastor, a leader, but, just a nourishing grandma. Like her strength and her kindness really is what shaped me, and that really, really stuck with me. Seeing her lead in that way and show me like what's possible as a woman. Like, yes, you actually can go out and be an entrepreneur. Right. You can, pursue music, at your own terms. She showed me that. Yes, I would say that moment, seeing her just, even on her deathbed, she was still claiming the goodness of Jesus, and, and just encouraging us to hold on. So, yeah.
Beautiful. All right, so we're going to shift gears into parenting and motherhood.
Yes.
You are the mother of 4 children.
Yes.
Which I remember now, the first time I heard this, I was shocked when I first met you.
You thought it was 1.
Yes, I thought it was 1. Gosh. Afterwards, I forgot you have 4 children.
I do.
3 girls. And 1 son.
1 son. What
are their ages?
So my oldest daughter is 25.
Okay.
She will be 26 this year. She is married.
Oh my goodness.
She is a multi-hyphenate, incredible woman, young woman. Right now she's like really launching her photography business. She lives in the West Haven area too, with her husband. My second born, she is 18, headed to college. She's going to Berklee College of Music. We flew her in on the 23rd. I'm so excited. And then my third baby, I call her my baby, even though she's like taller than almost all of us. She's my baby. It's K. We call her KK. Her name is Cadence. She is headed into her senior year.
Okay.
And she's wanting to go into engineering when she goes.
Cool.
And my son is a music producer extraordinaire.
Nice.
My baby. No. He's taller than all of us.
I love
so, we have I was raised as the only child, but I gave my mom 4 grandchildren.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I didn't know you were only child, too.
Yes,
okay.
Yep. On my mom's side.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool. Okay. So, mother of 4 children.
Yeah.
How would you describe your parenting journey thus far?
I feel like I lived a few lives. I feel like I really, I hear people say that, but I really feel like I lived a lot of different lives. I mean, obviously I started young because, I'm only 25. But yeah, I did start young. I had my first daughter. I was in college, God kept us, and my village, they helped us. They helped me to raise her. Then I got married when she was about 6 or 7, and we had 3 children back to back. So that's a lot within itself to be a young mother. I was a teen mother. I graduated young. I was 17 when I graduated. 18 is when I became a mom, and I was going on 19. And that was, I can't even say it was rough, but I did have to grow up overnight. I think that, what I know is that like the motherly instincts, It wasn't like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do this. It was just like that.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, I'm not lying.
I believe. I know. I just think that's really cool because I've been having conversations with mothers who have had their children literally around the same age, and it's a lot of it has been like them having to grow up, you know, and like they were still acting like a teenager, understandably so. So it's interesting to hear another perspective where something in you kind of just was like,
I needed that. I needed her. I didn't know.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, and this is my testimony. You know, I'm glad to be here to even, you know, share this part of my life as you ask about parenting journey. But she changed my life. She stopped me from going, you know, probably in a disastrous direction because I was obviously, you know, having sex too young. I was too young. Didn't know anything about myself. Like, who am I having sex? And then here I am, pregnant. Having her change my life, it slowed me down. It made me more aware of myself and the world. And it opened my eyes to who I am and who I wanted to be for myself and for her.
Yes.
You know? So that part of the parenting journey, that's why I said it wasn't bad. Yes, I was young, but I didn't really have FOMO. It's weird. I didn't. Because I said I lived a few lives even at that time. You know, so I didn't have FOMO, but she changed my life and she made me better. And it started my path to where I am now, just as a musician and as a, you know, more mature woman. And then 3 kids later, it was heavy in the church, heavy. My then husband, but we co-parent together, you know, parented together, and we raised them up in the way of God and Christianity and music. And I will say that parenthood changed my life and it's made me better. And I've been able to really teach and help them to grow. So it's so really great about it, you know?
How does it feel now in this time in your life compared to perhaps when they were all maybe 10 and under? Like how was life for you then? Were you able to focus on your music at that time, or were you like knees deep in motherhood? Like what was that looking like?
Oh gosh, it was like I wouldn't say it was a roller coaster, but I do say that I will say it was intervals, you know? When I was a young mother, I was still in music because I was like singing in choirs and being called to sing solos. And then obviously that slowed down because I had to like figure my life out with my daughter and I was working. But music was always there. I feel like at that time when I was young, I was just more so focused on her until I figured out the balance of artist life or pursuing that in young motherhood. So it took time. So it was like this with her. And then as I've gotten older, once I found the balance with my first child, then I felt like it was okay to pursue music a little bit more. And I did. I balanced it. I would work my 9 to 5, take care of her, and go to the studio in New York. Get home late, get up with her and do it again, you know? So I found the balance with her. And then it started getting easier. Even when her siblings came along, it started getting much easier. But it was hard at the same time because we had 3 babies.
This is what I'm like.
That
I'm
part,
asking this first.
Okay. Let me get right to it. It was tough. My mom, you know, I remember like, you know, I was married, you know, but we were in the church. So like, if you know, guys, hey y'all, if I know about how it is with, you know,
church
Pentecostal
life.
church life, and we say like the Black church, you know, we be in church. We were in church a lot, you know, so several times during the week, but I was, you know, used to that. That was my life. I found the balance, but it was tough. It's not easy, but it's possible, but it's not easy. When you have those little personalities rolling around and pregnant with one with nausea, that was just insane. One running around, one in the lap. Oh my gosh. I remember my mom was like, she was like, it's gonna get easier. She was like, you're gonna look up one day, they're gonna be like rolling out to school together. You're gonna get through this. Because I was just like, oh my God.
In the thick of it.
So I made it through that. I pat myself on the back sometimes. I look at myself in the mirror like, wow, you look really good. And
absolutely.
3 back to back.
Does it go by fast? Does it feel like it went by fast?
Yeah.
With them? Yeah.
Some things kind of can be a blur because it's so fast. You know, you're pregnant with one, then again, then you're moving through life, and then milestones, and then your own life, and then at the time my marriage, and our, you know, music pursuits together as a couple. Some stuff I'm like, my kids bring back to my memory, you know, but it taught me to slow down and enjoy each moment. But it's easier now. It's easier now.
I would imagine.
Yes.
So we talked a little bit about some of the values and the principles that you've brought forward from your own childhood. I'm curious, is there anything you're doing intentionally different when it comes to raising your children than with your own childhood?
Yes, definitely. I talk about this all the time, and you know, oftentimes my mom talks about it. She'll say to me like, "I'm just so proud of you." She's like, "I wish I had a mother like you."
Oh my God, what a beautiful compliment.
It is. It's like, oh my God, my heart.
That's so
you know,
sweet.
Not that, you know, God rest my grandma's soul. Miss her dearly. I know what she means by that, right? Because
oh yeah, I wasn't even.
No. I know. I'm just.
I know, but you made me realize we gotta.
No. I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm sure there's things that my grandmother thought about her mom, like, oh, you know, some things you learn, some things you leave, some things maybe you lack because we don't know everything.
Exactly. Yes.
Even if we go and get a doctorate in parenting and early childhood and all of that, we still don't. You learn by doing.
Oh, so true.
Right.
Yes.
So I feel like for me, when I'm applying to my children that maybe I didn't receive, it's just like that, teaching my kids to be critical thinkers and in I made our home and our, you know, our communication open. I never wanted them to feel like they couldn't ask me questions, you know.
That's a big one.
Yeah, because, you know, a lot of the times, and, you know, coming up with Southern, you know, grandparents is, why? Because I said so.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but where's the critical thinking? How do you teach in that moment? So I learned to teach them how to be critical thinkers and help them to understand the importance of healthy communication.
Yes.
With boundaries, you know, being respectful. But I let my children know, I teach them that, you know, you can always be open. If you feel like you don't agree with something, talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Because then maybe I can help you to understand, or maybe you can teach me something. So that's what I apply, is that critical thinking.
I love that.
That openness. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So we touched a little bit on this. So I'm wondering, do you have any specific advice that you would give to mothers who are trying to balance raising their children with nurturing their own identity and pursuing their own ambitious dreams?
You know, your prayer life is going to be everything to me personally. That's what keeps me grounded. We spoke earlier about just like what I've acquired, and it's my faith. My faith and my prayer life that was instilled in me carries me.
Okay.
It centers me. Meditation. To me, they're the same thing, to be honest. One is just it's your silent words. You being silent, I guess. Prayer and meditation is what keeps us grounded. Being okay with yourself. You are enough. You are enough, you know, but really connecting to spirit and self is what is going to rear us. I'm telling you, that would be the advice that I would give. Listen to the spirit, listen to your heart, follow your heart, you know?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I've heard before, prayer is you speaking to God and meditation is you listening to God. Yes. And I was like, isn't that good?
That's really good. Because we don't listen. We just
like,
praying.
We're telling everything. Yeah. And I was like, hey, bye.
I'll do it. Now. I said now. It's just like, wait, listen. So let's add that to it. Prayer, meditation, and listen. Listen for the cues. You know, that's the other thing. Please be patient. Please be patient and don't rush the process. Trust the process.
That's really important, especially today. I feel a lot of us feel, I speaking for myself, I feel like I felt the rush of trying to speed up dreams, but then slowing down and realizing, hold on, do I actually even want to be at a certain place right now when I actually enjoy my life how it is? My daughter's 4. Do I really want to be, you know, career-wise busy and this and that? So slowing down, I think, is important for mothers to hear with this particular advice, because to your point, when your kids were younger and you have a baby on the lap and one in the belly and one running around, like, I don't know if that would have been the best situation for you to be touring, you know, for example.
No, and I didn't. I stopped for like 11 years.
Right.
Yeah, I paused. Stop and listen. Trust your gut. You know, don't rush. And you know, I was responding to you about you saying you feel like you were wanting to rush or feeling the need to rush because of the obvious, like with social media.
Yes, it's like
access to so much.
Yes,
that's a whole other podcast.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But that is a big part. I mean, maybe let's talk about that a little bit, because I think for me, it was a realization where I almost felt like I had to wean myself off of that mentality. Like it was an addictive mentality where I was like, I need success right now. Why aren't these first podcast episodes hitting? Why isn't it? Why aren't I getting the views that I want? And I had to speak with God and meditate and pray and realize, like, I need to rest in the preparation part. I need to gain more tools. I need to refine my skill in certain areas, and being able to now be at a place where I feel so good with where I'm at. I was like, wow, I really had to like wean myself out of that mentality. So what is it that you see with that, especially with the music industry and people wanting to pop off and whatnot?
It's I think it's an ongoing battle, because like the thing is in our hands, and most likely like being involved in art the way that we are, because this is art as well, you know, communications, media, right? In some ways you're going to be checking in, right? So I had to learn to become less addicted to it, because it's dopamine.
Yes.
You don't even realize that. You don't even realize that you're checking in for that, but your brain is just like, oh, we want that feeling, right? And then it just starts to kind of taint the creativity. I'm speaking from experience.
No, absolutely.
Speaking from my own place. I can't speak for anyone else, and I had to, dial it down, because it's not why I do it. It's not, and I don't ever want to lose that intentionality, that pure, raw passion for it, and what people feel. I don't want my sound or my anything to change because of numbers or this and that and views and like, so I had to start like, just, okay, we're not going to be on this for this amount of time and that. And I'm making sure that, okay, while I'm in this process of creating this, that I'm not doing that, because if you stay addicted to it and you keep going back, whatever you're doing will suffer. I'm 100%. Telling you. I've seen people become viral because they were chasing a viral thing, and then I've seen them fizzle out.
Yep. That's a big one.
I have to dial it back and stay off that thing.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. We're going to continue talking about career here, since we've kind of started dipping into this. So you have over 2 decades in the music industry.
Yep.
Can you share one experience that taught you an important life lesson that has stayed with you?
Wow. There's so many, but these stand out a lot.
Okay.
Stevie Wonder.
Ooh!
I want to shout out Alicia Keys. This is a woman who changed my life, because I was able to tour with her for three and something years, right? And watching her really changed my life. This woman is a sweetheart, but also very fierce, and she knew what she wanted. Even with her team surrounding her and helping her, she led with grace, right? And that led us to working with Stevie Wonder. We did a performance for the MTV Music Awards in Miami with Lenny Kravitz and Stevie Wonder. Like, come on. Who can say that? It's a blessing to be able to say that. And this sticks out. Stevie Wonder, when he came to the studio, mind you, we were rehearsing at Lenny Kravitz's private home studio. First of all, let's just,
let that sink in.
He was awesome. Like, he welcomed us with open arms. Like, we were jamming out with him, and then Stevie comes in. Everybody's instantly nervous. Everybody's like, fix my hair. We're like, okay, he can't see us, but that's okay. We had to remember, like, but we were literally
how
like,
impactful. Talk about.
no, serious, that's impact. Because we
For
totally forgot the
real.
fact that this man is, you know.
Uh-huh.
But as soon as he came in, he's like, hi, 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 hi. He gets on the clavinet. That's a sort of a keyboard. And he just starts jamming.
So cool.
And we were able to jam with him for like an hour before we went into the actual
into
song
the actual
we had to
thing,
do, which was his song, Higher Ground. And what that taught me is to never lose that love of music. No matter how far you go, how big you get, how global you get, never lose just that reason of why you started, that playfulness of it, that childlike. Let me explore. Okay, I felt in his mind like, I'm with Alicia Keys. This is a young artist who wants to perform with me. She's got the people. Let's have fun. Like that's what I imagined.
Yeah.
And he did. He didn't ask for permission. He was just like, and then everybody started jamming. So that's always sticks with me. And then like another one, I would say last one. It's with the Queen, Beyonce.
Stop it right now.
Right now, I'm telling you. We were blessed to tour with her. I'm telling you, I did some amazing things with Alicia.
My gosh.
Like my first year in my first major tour with her was Alicia, Beyonce, Missy Elliott, and Tamia was the opener.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know this.
Insane.
Wow.
So this is when Beyonce's first solo record was out. Was it Dangerously in Love?
Okay.
And I got to watch her every night. We were on the road for 6 weeks with them. And I mean, she was kind to everybody. She would walk through the hall with her mom, Mama Tina, and her dog at the time, and her stylist. Hey, everybody. Y'all doing all right? How everybody feeling today? I'm telling you, we'd be like, we're good, Beyonce. Like, and trying not to be like fans. One time Jay-Z was back there. He was so nice to us. But from that tour, right, that was 6 weeks. Maybe later on that year, we did Fashion Rocks. That was a thing back in like, did they remember that?
It was like a fashion show?
Yeah,
type thing?
it was like a fashion show, which fused like with music.
Yes.
So we were one of the headliners. It was televised and we did this whole Tina number with her for Heartburn. So anyways, we're backstage at Radio City Music Hall. It's star-studded. Everybody's coming through. By this time, I'm just used to being around stars. So I'm just like, I'm trying to go home. You know, I'm sneaking out and then she's like, hi. And I'm like,
wait, who's like hi?
Beyonce. Because this is the time when Destiny's Child was kind of resurging.
Oh.
So they're backstage. I see all of them just like, I'm trying to get around. She's like, hey. I was like,
she remembered you.
Yeah, she was like, yes, hey, I remember you from, you guys did amazing. She hugged me. I'm like, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
So that kindness, that always stuck with me. This woman, even at this time, was a global superstar. And she was just like, hey, how are you? Y'all did amazing.
Yeah.
That humility really stuck with me. And it reminds me to remember to stay humble. You know, so those are the moments in my career that really, really just stuck with me and helped me to pivot.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's a Maya Angelou quote where it's like, you don't remember what people say to you,
remember how they
but you always remember how they made you feel. Yeah.
Stay kind, be kind, because your gift will take you, but your character will keep you.
Ooh. Say that again.
Your gift will open up the doors. It will make room, but your character must. That's the only thing that will keep you. And that's what this industry is based off of. Everything that we do. It's like a lot of the times it's a who you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, you know Jasree? Oh, yeah, I worked with her. She's this. Okay. And then it just starts, circulating. So,
was there ever a moment in your career when you had to choose courage over comfort?
Oh, courage. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I feel like that's now. Over the past like 5, I would even say 2 to 3 years, I've had to pivot. I'm going into the next level. I'm going into the next dimension. And that means that it's not comfortable.
It's not comfortable.
Let's be clear, y'all. It's not comfortable. You got to think about like when you're doing like a new construction, right? On a house, where are you going to live?
Yep.
You got to spend more money to live somewhere else so your dream can be built. And you have to be patient. You cannot rush it.
Yeah.
Every step from the foundation up to the roof, you have to be involved in the process. So that's how I look at myself and my career. And I feel like in this past few years, it's been like we're almost to the roof, but we're not there yet.
Uh-huh.
And I have to choose courage to push through, to keep going and not give up.
Yeah.
Because in this, honestly speaking, in this economy and being a parent of budding, young, beautiful people going into colleges, you need
some monies.
You need the monies. Okay. You need not only that, you need the strength, you need the strategy.
Yes.
So sometimes that means slow down, be even more intentional, so that way you can make room for the major instead of running around and just kind of like, I felt like I was kind of like, not running around, but kind of, I just needed to refine what I was doing. And I feel like now is the time where I'm experiencing choosing courage over comfort. Because it would be easy to just kind of pick up and go on someone's tour or do that and doing that, but that doesn't serve the vision where I am.
Yes, got you. Absolutely. Yeah. What mindset advice would you give to a mother who wants to become a creative, an artist, or an entrepreneur and create lasting impact in her work?
We're always going to start with prayer. We're always going to start with intentionality. Setting your intentions is everything. Praying about it, and like we said earlier, listening back for that answer, so you could have a clear strategy. I read something that really stuck with me. This woman online. This is one of the good things. She said, "There's a few things that you need. You don't need money. You need favor. You need vision. You need strategy. You need alignment."
Ooh, yes.
And she broke those things down, and it really stuck with me, even at this age and at this point in my career. It really brought me back to the why. It's like, you can be talented, you can have all of the things necessary, but if you don't have those things that I mentioned, you're not going anywhere. So that's what I would definitely encourage, is to, write the things down, pray and meditate about it, write your vision, pray about the vision, and then start aligning, right? And then start executing, strategizing.
I love that. What does alignment look like for you these days?
Alignment.
How do you know when you're aligned versus not aligned?
When I'm aligned, I feel ease. And now more than ever, I'm listening so much more. We're coming back to that listening again. I have to listen. I'm a Capricorn. So if you know anything about us, we just want to, once we fix our eyes or our hearts on something, it's like, I'm doing it. And then I'll deal with the repercussions after.
Well, you're similar to Aries in that way. I can relate.
Like, I'm going to do this. And I mean, it is a good thing, but sometimes I won't say it's a bad thing, but it can harm you if you're not careful with how you use that superpower. I say it's a superpower because most people get stuck in their heads and they don't move.
Don't move at all.
Because they want it to be like perfect. But you have to slow down and really listen. Gotta listen. And that's how you know when you're in alignment. And I feel like I am coming into alignment with the newness that God is doing in my life. And it's getting easier. When it's all just like... Not to say that you won't have pressure with certain things that you're doing. We probably always will, but it shouldn't make you stressed.
Ooh, okay.
Busyness, yes, that's going to happen when you're working on a project. But if you're stressed and things are just not moving the way it needs to move, that's your sign that you need to stop, take a breather, step back, and wait for that feeling of peace to overtake you. That's how I know when I'm in alignment.
Great.
Yeah.
Love it. I have one last question for you before we go into our Mommy in a Minute quiz.
Okay.
You just released your newest single, Feelin' It. Yay. It's out.
I'm so excited.
Can you tell us about your inspiration and intention behind the song?
Yes. Well, first of all, like, anybody that knows me, they know I love to dance.
Yes, can confirm.
Dance. Okay. That is my passion in life. I've always loved to dance since I was very, very young. I've done a few like teasers, like dance song teasers or whatever. A song called Party that I released in 2022, a song called Energy that people love. And I decided that, with this next project, that I wanted to make a project that people can dance to through and through, from top to bottom. This is an EP. And I wanted to not only get them to dance, but I wanted to remind them of their joy, I want to remind you guys of the liberation that happens through dancing and just letting yourself go, you know. And so this song, the project was created with that in mind. And then this song specifically is, I call it like a self-love or empowerment anthem for us all, right? It's called Feeling Myself. Shout out to the queen, Beyonce. She started it, but you know, it's a reminder, like, I'm like, feel yourself, like, look in the mirror, fix your hair, get your hair cut, look this way, try this new look, go this place, like, you know, just reminding, like, to look at yourself and say, you're doing amazing, you look amazing. You remind people to get out more, you know. So that's why it was created. And like I said, for people to get on the floor and just dance and sweat and have a good time.
Yes, couldn't agree more. I love it. So make sure you guys go check it out, download it, save it, play it.
Add it to the playlist.
Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, great. Alrighty. So now we're going to get into our quick fire mommy in a minute. I'm going to give you 10 questions. We're going to try to answer them in under 60 seconds. Just whatever the first thought is that comes to your mind.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay, and we're going to start the clock. And here we go. What is your walk into the room theme song?
Walk into the room theme song. Right now, I gotta say, I'm That Girl by Beyonce.
I'm That Girl. I know that's
That
right.
Girl.
If your voice was a drink, which would it be?
Hot chocolate.
I was not expecting that, but I love that.
Oh, like a cocktail?
I mean, that's where my mind went, but no, I love that you said.
If my voice was a cocktail, darling, it would be a Cosmo. It's pretty, but with a little punch.
But I also like hot chocolate. It's like comforting
warm,
and yeah. Okay. On tour, 5-star hotel or tour bus life?
I gotta say 5-star hotel, baby. At this point in life, if I was in my 20s, I'd be like, tour bus. No, could be in 5-star, darling, with AC. Thanks.
Continental breakfast, please.
Yes, thank you. Fragrance when you walk in.
What's your mommy superpower that no one can beat?
My reflexes.
Your reflexes?
Yes.
What do you mean? I
mean, I can literally see things coming and I catch it. No, seriously, it is a superpower. The other day, I helped somebody with their kid. I caught them.
Oh my gosh!
And it just happens naturally. It's like this innate mom power. You have it, I'm sure.
I know what you're talking about, so that's funny.
Yeah,
I love it. Is there an artist that made you say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do this for life"?
Yes. Oh, there's a few. I got to start with Alicia Keys because I was on tour with her, and I had a front row seat to her ascension. She was already like, because I came in on album number 2. That was like, both albums were really big, but Diary of Alicia Keys, we were like almost never home. But anyways, I had a front row seat to this woman's ascension, and she handled it with grace. And just seeing how she she had the crowd. I mean, we played before thousands all the time, you know, on her own, headlining like arenas at 20 something years old. She had them in the palm of her hand. Wow. Little things, comedic moments. Yeah. She was just herself. Like, that's what I saw. The person that is on stage that you even see now, that's her. Yeah. So that, I would say her. Absolutely.
Biggest pinch me moment on stage?
Quincy Jones. Ooh. We worked with him twice through Alicia. He arranged some strings and orchestra for 2 of her songs. One time in Rome.
Oh my gosh, a dream.
It was his he did a fundraiser. It was feeding the hungry.
Oh, nice.
And it was massive. And we were one of we had like an hour set.
Wow.
And he did like a section of it where he composed and he worked with us. He was so sweet. And there was another time we worked with him on the Grammys. And he was just like in rehearsal, like in between, like sitting around talking to us.
Yeah.
It was
That's really cool.
Like, what? I'm sitting here with Quincy Jones.
Love it. Wow. Okay. Motherhood in 3 words.
Motherhood in 3 words? Worry. I gotta say worry. Sleepless nights.
Those are the other two. Worry, sleepless nights.
Oh God,
that is motherhood. That is motherhood.
Always worrying. I pray to God about that. Like, God, I don't want to worry so much because, like, why are we like that as parents? Like, you just start thinking about the worst. Like, they're fine. Like, my kids are getting ready to start driving. I'm like,
okay, that's another worry. Of course,
like, I'll drive you everywhere. And then I'm like, no, drive. But no, worry. I gotta be honest. Y'all know y'all be worrying. But no, joy. So much joy.
Yeah.
And pride.
Ooh,
I'm so proud of them.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself too. Yeah.
I love that.
Sleep is nice too.
If you could only sing one genre for the rest of your life, what's it gonna be?
Gospel. Yeah.
Quick answer. One thing you'll never compromise on in life or music.
My originality, who I am. I'm not compromising. I'm just gonna, and I was saying this to a good friend of mine. I was just like, if I want to wear a wig, I'm going to do that. If I want to take it off and cut all of my hair off, I'm going to do that. It's about my expression.
Yes.
That's why people are attracted or can connect because they see the authenticity. I can't be anything but who I am. So I would never compromise on my own just identity and my authenticity.
Period.
Take it or leave it. Take me as I am, as Mary J says.
It's so true, though. It's so true. That's good. And okay, finally, one word you hope people use to describe you 20 years from now.
One word.
Yes.
Life changer.
Ooh.
Is that one word?
I think so. If I have a little hyphen in the middle.
Yeah. Life changer. I change lives.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. That's the whole purpose and reason. I hope they say that. Why she changed lives.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ms. Stout, I want to thank you so much for being here with me today.
You are amazing. This was awesome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here today. It was such a joy. Thank you for sharing your story, a little bit of your background. Learning about your childhood and everything makes so much sense to literally the powerhouse you are today. And I think you're such a beautiful, glowing example of what faith and family and, those roots really can lead to, because you're just amazing and so inspirational, and we love you so much.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
All right, so that does it for today's episode. Another thank you to Stout for joining us here today, and thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next week. Take care. Bye, guys.
I got the vibe tonight. Yeah, I got the vibe tonight. I just wanna let my